Hello, coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at an Australian coin. We've got a couple of them here, but I really want to look at this one in the center, which is the 1974 Australian 50 cents coin. And if we look at it, we see that it says Elizabeth II on the left, says Australia on the right, and then down here we see it says 1974. You can see this is the Arnold Machin second portrait, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. And you can see the 2 points in the front of the tiara. And this is just a really nice coin. It holds up incredibly well. So this coin was minted, this version here, from 1969 until 1984. It's a dodecagonal, which means it has 12 sides, and you can see that they're slightly rounded when we look at them. So we look at these slightly rounded 12 sides of the coin, and it is copper nickel, but you can't see any copper on it. And I have never actually seen one of these that has greened from the copper. So I think it's just a really nice blend of the copper nickel, and it's a heavy coin. It weighs 15.55 grams. On the back of this coin, we see this, and it's a really familiar Stuart Devlin design. And let's just magnify it and look at it from the top. At the top, we have the star, the Northern Star. Everybody kind of knows what this is here. That's our kangaroo. And there's our emu, the flightless bird. And then right here in the center, we have the shield of Australia, and we can see that it's broken up into 6 sections for each of the Australian states. Down at the bottom, it says 50, and that's for 50 cents. And for those of you who are interested in the wording of these, Australia is called a 50 cents coin, C-E-N-T-S, rather than a 50 cent coin. Which some countries, the United States, sometimes calls it a $50 or 50-cent coin. Way, way down in here, we can see that it is indeed Stuart Devlin because we see the S and the D. Now this coin, they first started in releasing this part of decimalization, and it first started releasing this in 1969. Now, some people say, well, what about, I knew that it was round. I know that they produced a round 50-cent coin, and they did indeed produce a round 50-cent coin in 1966. And here's the round 50-cent coin. The only year it was produced, again, it has the Stuart Devlin reverse, has the Arnold Machin front or second portrait, and then if we tip it up, we see that it also has a reeded rim on it. Why did they only have it for 1 year? Well, that's because when they put it out in 1966, they put it out in silver. So this is a very valuable coin just in silver value alone. The silver in this coin alone is worth more than $3, probably $4+ right now. And the coin itself is worth somewhere in the $10 to $15 US range in a lot of markets. You notice that this is really kind of, it's not worn, but it has a lot of kind of color to it. And the problem is this is something called toning. And when this came out, you almost will never see a really shiny version of this because even in the sets they released, it was an open-faced set. In other words, when you opened the box up, it was open to the elements. And so it wasn't, they all got toned. And so even though this is a uncirculated coin here, it has toning. And if you can get the proof year open set, it's worth $128 for the all of the coins from the proof year 1966, the first year of decimalization in Australia. Now, some people say, well, it looks like it's about the same size as the British 50 pence coin. And I'll show you one of the more modern British 50 pence coins, and it's quite a bit bigger. It's a huge amount bigger, and you can tell it's 50 pence. So people say, well, show me the old 50 pence. So I'll show you an old 50 pence. Here's a 1969 50 pence coin. Again, with the Arnold Machin front. And if we flip this over, we see that it says 50 new pence on it. So this is the Australian 50 pence here, or 50 cents here. This is the old British 50 new pence, which was a big one. And here's the new British 50 pence, which is a smaller one. So it's quite a bit bigger than all of them. It's just a big, heavy coin. Now, is it bigger than the 50 cents silver? It is. So the 50 cents silver was 31.5 millimeters in diameter and weighed 13.28 grams. This one weighs 15.55 grams, and if you go across it, it is 31.51 millimeters in diameter, which is about the same diameter, except that it doesn't have anywhere near the weight of the copper nickel version. Now, this version was produced until 1984, and it has not been withdrawn from circulation, but the round silver one has. So what happened in 1966, they produced these. In 1967 and 1968, they did not produce any 50-cent coins. And excuse me, when people found that out, they started hoarding these coins, because even then the silver was worth more than the coin. So the Australian government said, let's bring them back in. The Australian people said, let's keep them. So you'll find quite a few of these around, and they're not really that rare, but they are really that valuable. All right, well, that's what we have today from Australia for the Australia 50 cents coin. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments.